Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. First of all, excuse the nakedness of my face, but you have to bear with me for just a minute or two for the intro and then we tackle this, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, anyway, today I thought I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon of I tried following a makeup tutorial, or like a tutorial. Honestly, I think it's such a fun trend that I really wanted to participate in, but I wanted to give it my own little twist. I didn't pick out a YouTuber to follow, like a YouTube tutorial to follow. When I first came across this trend, I was like, oh, that's really fun, I want to try it too, but whose tutorial do I want to follow? And then I went on Pinterest and looked for, actually looked for original authentic 1950s magazines or something, or books where there were makeup tutorials in there, but I didn't really find them. I found this website where you can download these from I think the 1920s to 1970s, I'm not sure. And I actually thought about buying these and downloading these for the video, but I thought following a video tutorial would be more exciting. And then I found on the same website that they had these authentic videos from the time and the makeup tutorial. So I picked out a tutorial I wanted to follow, and like a day before I wanted to do this, I saw that someone else took that exact video and followed it, and I didn't watch it because I was still, you know, thinking, oh damn, I really want to do it as well. So I mean, I can do it as well, but I'm not gonna watch it, so I'm not gonna copy anything, you know, unconsciously from her video. And then I scrolled through their channel more, like where the tutorial videos are, through the channel a little bit more, and I found that they also had a couple of 1960s makeup tutorials, and I found one that's fairly short actually. So I'm a little bit like, what's it gonna be when it's that short? But instead of doing the 1950s video, which has already been done, I'm just gonna take a 1960s video because I love the 60s as well. I'm not like aesthetically focused on one time period. There's a range, and I think 60s, especially like makeup, can be super interesting as well. I generally wear my makeup kind of vintagey most of the time. More like a 1950s aesthetic with the red lipstick and the cat eyeliner. So I can't actually wait to see what the 1960s one be like. Where's the difference? I really hope I can figure out how to do the like screen and screen thing and the video stopping and the sound. So I really hope, I'm talking to you editing me, that you figure this shit out. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the actual video tutorial. The actual tutorial, try following it so I can finally put something on that face. Let's go.
There are ways and ways of putting on the base. The correct way, dab it on in spots, then smooth it in.
Okay, so we're starting right with the base, no pre-prepping whatever. So we're putting the makeup on and supposed to put it on in spots and then smooth it in. You know what I'm gonna do first? Even though I just washed my hands, I'm just gonna sanitize them because yeah, I have the feeling we're not using a lot of brushes today and I don't want to put dirty fingers on my face. Okay, so I'm gonna put my makeup on in dots. I'm sorry, oh, that's not a dot, that's a scoop. I'm looking in the viewfinder right now because, I mean, I have a mirror right behind there, so if I look weirdly and not into the camera, it's because I try to look into a mirror. Okay, so how many dots do I need though? How many dots does she have on her face? Quite a lot. Okay, so just try to smooth it out. Really go from like the inside to the outside more. Usually I use a sponge, like a beauty blender, like almost everyone, and that works pretty well. Yeah. But for example, with a brush, this foundation gets really streaky, so I'm pretty impressed. So the foundation is on. Let's continue and see what we're doing next.
Rouge should be applied in 3 dots on the cheekbones, fairly high near the eyes.
Okay, rouge should be applied in 3. They really like their dots, right? They're not really saying what kind of product they use, but since they're applying it with their fingers and in 3 dots, I'm thinking they're probably using a cream rouge, which I'm also going to use. They're not saying anything about the color, if it's like peachy or a pink, but I have this one which is called soft pink, so I think that's a good choice. Cream rouges were a big thing back then. They were also a big thing a few years ago. I remember you could get them at every drugstore brand, but now it was like, it's quite hard to find. Okay, so 3 dots near the eye, along the cheekbone. Like this. I really like this rouge. It really gives you a soft pink natural kind of glow if you work it in nicely. Let's go for the other side. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, good thing I went in with a hand sanitizer again, because there's a lot of fingers involved in your face. I don't hate it. In the camera, I don't know if you can see it so well. It's a little streak. I could work it out a little bit more, but in the mirror, yeah, I like it. Let's continue. Where were we?
Then there's eyeshadow, which should be stippled on to the upper corners of the eyes.
Okay, eyeshadow should be stippled on by the upper corner of the eye. So in the video they did it just here. They didn't say what kind of color, but I think in the video it looked like she was using, the makeup artist was using a blue tone, and I'm just going to use blue eyeshadow. I don't have a lot of blue eyeshadow, as I said before. I only found this really like no-name brand kind of eyeshadow palette thingy. I'm so bad, I'm sorry. But I think I'm just going to use that blue there in the corner. Oh, in the camera it looks a little bit more vibrant. It's not that bad. And I'm just going to put it on my finger and apply it on the upper corner of the eye. And you could see it pretty well where she applied it. She applied it like here and kind of dragged it out. It's really hard to work on that sticky foundation, kind of like. I'm missing my eyeshadow base. It looks really weird in the camera, I'm sorry. But in real life it doesn't look as patchy. Shh. Ooh, ooh. I don't want to look like I have a black eye. It can happen fairly quickly with blue eyeshadow. Ooh. Okay, in the camera it looks weird. In person it doesn't. So I don't know who's wrong or who's right here. It still looks very, very strange. I am so sorry. Ooh. Okay, just gonna maybe apply a little bit more on the lid itself. Yeah, as I said before, in person it doesn't look that bad, but the camera makes it look like I just smudged eyeshadow all over. So we've done the eyeshadow, which still, it's not perfect. You can, the thing is you can barely see it in the camera, but what you can see, it looks bad. But in the mirror it doesn't look that bad, I promise. Let's continue.
Powder is the one thing to use lavishly. Let it stay on for about 5 seconds, then smooth it off.
So let's lavishly use powder. They seem to use like cotton to apply the powder, and that's what I'm gonna do too. My cotton is not as smooth. I just have like a little fluff of cotton. Really hope it doesn't get everywhere. They really use the powder lavishly. Oh my god, I can't talk. So we're just gonna do this too. And then they leave it on for 5 seconds. So that's basically like baking your face, right? They applied it here first. Oh god. But she looks baked. Like, she has the powder everywhere. She looks so white. It's not going on so evenly with the cotton, to be honest. We have a lot of powder on now. Then we leave it on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then we, oh my god, should have not worn a black shirt. And now we're gonna swipe it off, just, I think. It's really interesting that you put the powder over the blush, because I usually do it the other way around, which is maybe not that, I mean, I guess if you use cream blush, that makes sense, because otherwise you use a cream product on top of powder, which is not really good. Pretty set, not shiny, not oily. Baking was around in the 60s, I'm telling you. Okay, let's see.
Then comes the mascara.
Wait, then comes the mascara and then they just brush over the eyebrows once? Are they not gonna do the eyebrows? Oh no. I always do my eyebrows because my eyebrows naturally are a mess. So I always do my eyebrows, but they didn't do it in there. They just brushed over it once, so that's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm just gonna use my eyebrow pencil, but just the brush, and I'm gonna brush over the eyebrows. They kind of just brushed them into shape, I guess. Okay, that's for the eyebrows, and I have cotton in my nose. My eyebrows are not done and I have cotton in my nose. This is going great. So I think they said the next step is mascara.
Then comes the mascara. It's better put on in 2 thin coats than 1 heavy one.
Okay, 2 thin coats of mascara are better than 1 heavy one, and that rule still goes. So I got myself, for this video actually, because I always wanted it, but this video was an excuse because I know they're gonna use it. I knew they were gonna use it. Cake mascara, and with a brush. And I actually made a video about trying it out for the first time, so, but as I said in that video, I don't know which video I'm gonna post first, so I don't know if that's out yet, but I'm going to wet the brush and I'm going to use it. Okay, so let's put on 2 thin coats of powder on my lashes. Great. I think I just did the top lashes because she had her eyes closed and then they went like this. So I'm also just gonna do the top lashes. Okay, 1 thin coat. Now let this dry and do the other side. Okay, so we have 1 thin coat on both sides, and I'm just gonna wet the brush again to do the second coat, but I think, yeah, I think we can go in with the second coat already. I really like this one, like it already, just the way it kind of makes your lashes look. Okay, this one kind of clumped together, never mind. It already gives you, I think, like a more vintage look, and it's very, very natural. So here goes the lashes. Did I mess up? No, I actually did it without messing up.
To apply the lipstick, the girls are taught to use a brush. And if you can wait 5 minutes before blotting, then do.
5 minutes? I don't have 5 minutes. But he said if you can wait 5 minutes. And I can. They use a pretty pinkish, pearlish tone, so I think this one, does this one come close? Or is it rather this one? I think this one also goes better with my hair, but let's see how it looks when we apply it. Okay, so they're using a brush. And I picked the shittiest lip brush that I have. I should have used a lip scrub before. My lips are so dry. Okay, and now we're gonna wait 5 minutes. That's a long time. I mean, the narrator said if you can, so it's not like a rule, but I think we should take the time and wait 5 minutes does it actually make a difference? Like, does the lip color seep more into your... I'm not sure. But we'll wait 5 minutes before we blot this off. Okay, 5 minutes can be a freaking long time when you're as impatient as I am. So I'm gonna blot it off. Well, I don't know if it's the lipstick or the weighting, but it actually did take off less than it usually does when I blot my lips right after I applied the lipstick. So maybe the 5 minute wait does something. Not sure. 10 seconds left of the video.
Finally, a light powder over with a compact.
Okay, so that's apparently the last step, is to powder over your lip with a compact. The thing is, I don't have a compact powder at the moment, so I'm just gonna use this little powder puff. I'm just gonna use the loose powder I have, the kind of, you know, okay, you know, dab the excess off a little bit more over my lips, like she does. I think that's a lot, actually. No, it doesn't really look like I have lipstick on. Okay, so this is the final look. This is an authentic 1960s makeup. I think it said in the video description it was from the, like, this video was from the year 1960. I know there's another video that is from 1969, which is definitely more thoroughly and also more about skincare, and it's a little bit more in detail about what color to use, how to match your color, blah 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 blah. But I choose this video because it was basically just the basics, and since it was early, it was 1960 and 1969, it was also a little bit closer to the 1950s. So I think this is why it's still so subtle. I really like it, actually. This one is so subtle, but it still has such a good effect. It basically just enhances your natural features. That's the word I was looking for, features. It was a fun experience, and it was not as frustrating as I see some of the other people doing these kind of videos, like how frustrated they get when they do these full glam makeups, and they're like, wait, stop, you're going too fast, blah blah blah. And it's funny, this one wasn't as frustrating, so that was good. I hope you liked the video. I hope you had as much fun as I had making it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!